Matsumoto is another one that falls into the Tatsuro Taira, falls into the Rinya Nakamura, falls into the Kai Asakura camp of these dudes who are really, really good, really hyped up, some undefeated, some not. He, in his case, undefeated, who now needs to bounce back and not just bounce back, but do it in miraculous fashion. We didn't talk about it, but Rinya Nakamura, man, I mean, let's not forget, this dude had the liver kick walk off, what a way to bounce back from everyone saying he got fraud checked, right? Matsumoto loses to Rob Font, which I don't think you can necessarily call a fraud check because Rob Font is a very good veteran. But you get Miles Johns, and Miles Johns is no Rob Font. And I think this is a completely different matchup that we have on our hands right here. So first, let's talk about Chapo, Miles Johns. What strengths does he bring to this matchup?
I like that he's patient, Derek. I like that Chapo is looking to make the reads in there, crashes in with power, keep the fight on the inside, and he's very defensively sound. That leads him to be able to find those moments, make those reads, and get into positions where he can. The one thing that does worry me, he likes to stay grounded when he's landing those power shots and shoot a takedown if he needs to. But really, I'm seeing him a lot on the back foot in this fight going forward because Matsumoto, man, I did as much as that Rob Font win did take away from him, or the loss did take away from him in the eyes of the general populace, this dude is still a very promising prospect out here.
So promising that you lost. I mean, convincingly, and you open up as a minus 330 favorite, man. Over 3-1 odds here on Matsumoto against Miles Johns. And this is a fight where the way that I was kind of taking the read on here is both of these dudes are trying to reinsert themselves in the bantamweight division, right? They're like, Matsumoto, you have to bounce back from your first loss. You got to make sure people know you're still a hyped prospect. Miles Johns, bro. I mean, remember the days that let's go back to it. Let's see. Mario Batista, you lost. Then you got back, knocked out Kevin Natividad, Anderson Dos Santos, lost to Sexy Mexi Castaneda, Vince Morales. That was that weird no contest versus Argueta. I mean, it's like look at the run necessarily. It's a 3-fight unbeaten streak, if you will. And then Felipe Lima bursts on the scene. And this is really what concerned me, man. Felipe Lima, who I'm not sure if we both bet on him recently, but I know I did, and I lost because Felipe Lima's small and he wasn't able to insert his wrestling into his matchup. Well, you got wrestled up by Felipe Lima. What do you think John Matsumoto is about to do in this matchup right here? You know what I mean? Because, again, he's going to be on the pressure for 15 straight minutes. He was against Rob Font. Rob Font just had the striking and the clinch work to make him pay anytime that he entered, right? That clean step-in elbow that bloodied him up. It was just a nice little, You give him those. Miles Johns, how I see it is, the compact power wrestler boxer who's just going to look to throw the big shot and then, as you mentioned, stay on the back foot and just kind of wait. And I think you just lose if that's the path right there. So Matsumoto, can he get a finish here, or is this going to just be a 15-minute hug fest, stay on the pressure, and just try to win a decision to get back?
I think it's going to be a pressure fest right here, Derek. Press forward if you're Matsumoto, hit hard, and don't let Miles Johns get a chance to breathe. I mean, we saw him do it against Rob Font, and I agree with you. I don't think Miles Johns has the skills to be able to deter John Matsumoto like we saw Font do. So I like the decision. I mean, money line's not even a thought right here at minus 330. It's still an untested, relatively prospect in Matsumoto. I think, decisions a play if you're a Matsumoto better.
No parlay on this one? No parlay anchor for Matsumoto? You don't believe?
No, I believe. I believe this fight is on paper easily won. But if you're John Matsumoto right here, many paths to victory, especially I even think Matsumoto can outstrike Miles Johns in the exchanges, right? If Miles Johns is able to set something up, probably give him a little bit of the advantage. But if Matsumoto they're just in there trading, man. This dude's down to brawl, hits very, very hard, likes to mix it up. I mean, this kid is very promising. Throw him in a parlay at minus 330. You can get press odds depending on who you partner him up with.
Yeah, Matsumoto has submission upside, but this is part of the reason why you don't count out Miles Johns, because Matsumoto likes to brawl. You get caught by that right hand of Johns, and this fight could be over very, very quickly here. I believe in Matsumoto. I do think he's the truth. When I watch him, he pops off the screen, So Matsumoto is going to be a pretty clear play here. I like a decision by Matsumoto. 2.5 rounds is the total, minus 275 for the over. So I'm gonna rock the over on that one, and that's another consensus pick in John Matsumoto. You have to go young upside in a matchup like this. I think that's pretty apparent.